and to bring people together in collaboration to make us a better place for the next generation.
More and beyond the bricks and mortar, absolutely.
Exactly. And one of the things I've been doing in that 80% now for over 10 years is working with our congressional delegations, specifically Congressman Clyburn, Sanford, Cunningham, Scott, and Graham, to establish a Reconstruction Monument. You know, Beaufort has the longest history, the most surviving buildings. It's a little bit of a pretty story compared to other parts of Reconstruction that were not so pretty. But because it started here in 1861 and went well into the 1900s, and if you think about it, as opposed to 1878, where it officially ended, Beaufort shows the full story. So 20 years ago, a campaign was launched by former Secretary of Interior Babbitt with his noted historian Eric Foner. They tried to get legislation passed. They failed. In 2016, Congressman Clyburn and Babbitt called me and said, do you think we can rally the community to at least get a monument through the Antiquities Act? We were successful. So it took from 2000 to 2017 to get a monument. We then went to work at saying a monument doesn't really represent what we have. We've got over 100 sites unique to Reconstruction just in Beaufort County, and then there's Jaston, Hampton, Colleton, there's the South, and the North. And so we decided what we really needed was to be called a historical park. And so Congressman Sanford and Congressman Clyburn introduced legislation. The session ended before it was completed, so Congressman Cunningham moved in, and last week the Congress passed an omnibus bill in which was included the establishment of the Reconstruction Era National Historical Park in Beaufort County,
Congratulations,
South Carolina.
I guess, right?
And secondly, it stated Beaufort will be the launch pad and the management site for the development of sites that are similar and related all over the country. So we've really, took a long time, but if you look at 17 years and then you look at only 2 to go to the next step, the community's ready. We have lots of independent activities going on, different groups. I formed an umbrella group to try to support everybody. The National Park Service on the one side, which is charged with the formal legislated park, but there are other sites that need to be included in that. So we're going to make this thing grow, and one day, I believe in my heart, in my pocketbook, my soul, that Beaufort will be the home to the National Museum on the Reconstruction era.
That's wonderful.
And
That's
Reconstruction is so important because it's the one chapter in American history that has really been neglected. It's not in the textbooks. Maybe it was written too soon before things cooled off after the Civil War and people hadn't sort of settled in. But it's important not only for us to know our history so we can plot our past, is 3 of the key things that came out of Reconstruction. Freedom, the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, birthright citizenship, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, the right to vote, the 15th Amendment to the Constitution. And if you look at today's newspaper, what is the country talking about? Birthright citizenship, the right to vote,
absolutely,
and economic justice and freedom.
Yes.
So we believe that by teaching our kids and engaging our community, there are a lot of lessons to be learned that can help us carve out a better future and smooth out a lot of the disorganization.
Wonderful educational stuff, and we appreciate you sharing your heart and your soul for what you want to
What about my wallet?
become a Beaufort. Absolutely. So you all stay right here because we're going to be back with more 843 TV.